Last summer, he hiked from France to Spain, alone, across the Pyrenees, through the Camino de Santiago. Hundreds of miles of mountain terrain pushing his body. He made it. This May, on a family vacation in Japan, he walked into a mountain forest outside Kyoto. He was gone for 8 days. The police searched with helicopters, K9 units, and over 100 officers. Yet he was not found. His family hired volunteers and paid over $100,000 out of pocket. The volunteers found him the next morning, and then Japanese police examined his body and decided they know exactly how Weston Higginbotham died. They have officially chosen not to tell his family. Weston Higginbotham was not someone who got lost easily. The summer before he disappeared, he hiked the Camino de Santiago, one of the most physically demanding long-distance trails in the world, hundreds of miles from France through the mountains of northern Spain. He did it because he loved the challenge, because he wanted to see what was on the other side of exhaustion. His mother posted a photo of that hike while she was still searching for him in Japan. She wrote, "He is conditioned to handle this." She was right. Weston was a junior at Auburn University studying biosystems engineering, the science of designing systems that work with nature, not against it. He was an environmentalist not just in belief, but in practice. He avoided AI tools because of their energy consumption. He wore a Save the Bees shirt on the day he disappeared. He was 20 years old. He was not reckless. He was not fragile. He was the kind of person who walks into the mountains and comes back out. Until the day he didn't. May 29th, 2026. Kyoto, Japan. The Higginbotham family was 4 days into a trip they had planned to celebrate Weston's younger brother's graduation. They were navigating with ChatGPT. Weston objected. He had strong, principled feelings about AI and the environment, the energy demands of large language models, the carbon cost of data centers. To him, casually using ChatGPT on vacation was not a small thing. It was a contradiction of something he believed deeply. His mother Nancy later told NBC, "We try never to use it, and I totally agree with him. It was just a dumb argument to have." But in that moment, it became something bigger than it was. Weston got on a train. His parents tracked his location through Life 360. They watched his move through Kyoto. They texted him. Shortly after their text arrived, his location went dark. His mother said later, that was unlike him. He had never done that before. She did not know it then, but that was the last signal he would ever send. The last confirmed image of Weston Higginbotham was captured by a trail camera in Kyoto's Yamashina ward. Yamashina sits at the edge of the city, where the streets of Kyoto end and the Higashiyama mountain range begins. The camera caught him walking toward the trailhead. He had his shoulder bag, the one with the state of Alabama embroidered on it. He was wearing the Save the Bees shirt. He was alone. That image was the last time anyone saw Weston Higginbotham alive. His parents reported him missing immediately. Japanese police opened a search. On June 2nd, for days after he disappeared, they deployed to the Yamashina forest based on the trail camera footage. That night, a typhoon hit and the search paused. While Japanese police were conducting their official search, Weston's family was not waiting. His mother posted daily updates from Kyoto, video after video walking the streets, talking to volunteers, pleading with the public to share his story. She described the search in real time. She told her followers, please pray that we have a fruitful day and find Weston today." She was in Japan, searching. Every day, a GoFundMe was created by an Alabama supporter. The initial goal was quickly exceeded. On June 5th, the day police suspended their search, the organizer updated the page. The police have suspended their search, so the Higginbothams are hiring a private search and rescue company, and that is expected to cost over $100,000. Therefore, we have increased the fundraising goal. By Saturday afternoon, the fund had raised over $56,000. The family covered the rest themselves, over $100,000. To search the places the police did not. June 5th, 2026. Japanese police announced the suspension of their official search for Weston Higginbotham. Over 100 officers, K9 units, helicopters, 72 hours. They had not found him. They announced they were done. The Higginbotham family announced they were not. They activated the private search and rescue team they had hired. They coordinated with local volunteers who knew the Yamashina terrain. They focused on the areas the official search had not covered, forested zones, remote trails, places the 100-officer operation had not reached. June 6, 2026, 2:35 p.m. local time. The volunteers found him in the mountains outside Kyoto, in an area the police had not searched. His mother posted on Facebook within hours. Our family is heartbroken to share that Weston was found deceased by a volunteer search and rescue group in a mountainous area outside of Kyoto. The grief we feel is impossible to put into words. The police searched for 72 hours. A family with $100,000 and a broken heart found their son the morning after police gave up. After Weston's body was recovered, Kyoto police issued a statement. No foul play is suspected. They will not release the cause of death. That is the entire statement. No timeline of his final hours. No medical explanation. No disclosure of what they found when they examined his body. No information about where exactly he was found or what condition he was in. No cause of death. TMZ reported on June 8 that authorities confirmed this is a deliberate decision. They are not withholding it pending further review. They are withholding it. The family has said Weston would never have hurt himself. Family friends have rejected suggestions that the Auburn student intended to hurt himself, the Sunday Guardian reported. His mother agreed with his environmental principles. She described the argument as dumb. She described her son as conditioned, experienced, strong. She is grieving him without knowing why he is gone. Japanese police know. They are not saying. Here is something that matters for understanding this case. Japanese law does not require investigators to publicly disclose the cause of death information, not to the media, not to the public, and in many circumstances, not even to the family of the deceased. This is not a procedural delay. It is not pending investigation. Kyoto police have made a determination. They examined Weston Higginbotham's body. They formed a conclusion. And under Japanese law, they are permitted to keep that conclusion to themselves. The Higginbotham family is American. They have no legal mechanism to compel disclosure from Japanese authorities. They cannot subpoena a Japanese investigation. They cannot file a Freedom of Information request that overrides Japanese law. They can ask. They have asked. The answer has not changed. Weston came home to Alabama in a casket. His family still does not know what killed him. That is not a mystery the police are trying to solve. That is a wall they have chosen to build. On June 3rd, 5.5 days into the search, before Weston was found, his mother posted a photograph. It was taken the previous summer. Weston was hiking the Camino de Santiago, a trail that runs from France through the mountains of northern Spain, one of the most demanding long-distance routes on Earth. He is smiling in the photo, Nancy wrote. This is a picture of Weston last summer doing what he loves most, pushing his body to the max to see the peak, the sunrise, the sunset. It's been 5.5 days since we have seen Weston, but we are not losing hope. He is conditioned to handle this. She posted that to give people hope. She posted it to remind the world, and maybe herself, that her son had been in mountains before, that he knew how to survive, that the Weston she raised was strong enough to come home. 3 days later, the volunteers found him. That photo is still on her Facebook page. The caption she wrote to find him. At Auburn University in Alabama, students who had never met Weston Higginbotham showed up for him. A candlelight vigil was held on campus after his death was confirmed. Auburn President Christopher Roberts released a statement. Our hearts go out to Weston's family, friends, and all who knew him. Auburn has lost a valued member of the Auburn family. His professors remembered a student who asked hard questions, who cared about the work, who chose biosystems engineering not because of the salary, but because he genuinely believed in building systems that serve the earth. His classmates posted photos, shared memories, described a young man who was quietly, genuinely committed to the things he believed in. A GoFundMe that started as a search fund became a memorial. The support, Nancy said, had carried her family through the darkest days of their lives. She thanked a world that showed up for her son, even though that world cannot tell her how he died either. Here is what we do not know. We do not know what happened in those 8 days between May 29th and June 6th. We do not know how far Weston walked into the Higashiyama Range. We do not know whether he was injured, whether he was sheltered somewhere, whether he tried to find his way back. We do not know whether he was in distress when he entered those woods, or whether he was simply walking the way he always walked, alone, pushing to see the peak. We do not know why the official police search over 100 officers, helicopters, K9 units failed to cover the terrain where volunteers found him the very next day. We do not know what Japanese police found when they examined his body. We do not know whether the Higginbotham family will ever receive that answer. We do not know whether an independent autopsy is being pursued. What we know is this. A 20-year-old boy who hiked the Camino de Santiago went into the mountains outside Kyoto. He did not come back. And the people who know why have decided the rest of us don't need to. Nancy Higginbotham has not spoken publicly since her June 6th Facebook post. She asked for privacy. These were her last public words about her son. Our family is heartbroken to share that Weston was found deceased by a volunteer search and rescue group in a mountainous area outside of Kyoto. The grief we feel is impossible to put into words. We are forever grateful for the time we had with our sweet, precious Weston, but cannot begin to understand what life without him will be like. We are deeply grateful to the countless people across the United States, Japan, and around the world who shared Weston's story, prayed for our family, offered encouragement, and helped in the search efforts. The outpouring of kindness and support has carried us through the darkest days of our lives. We shared our story here and in the media in the hope of finding Weston. We will always love you, Weston. She found him, not the way she was hoping. Weston Higginbotham hiked the Camino de Santiago last summer, France to Spain, alone, through the mountains, to see the sunrise. He made it. This May, he walked into the Higashiyama Mountains outside Kyoto. He was wearing a Save the Bees shirt. He had a shoulder bag with the state of Alabama on it. He was 20 years old. The police searched for 72 hours. They quit. His family paid $100,000 for volunteers to find what the police missed. They found him, and then Japanese police sealed his cause of death. His mother does not know how her son died. She may never know. Somewhere in a file in a Kyoto police station, there is an answer. It has a family's name on it, and it is not being sent. There is no closure. There never is. No closure.